There are still so many good sales on the winter Steam event, but sometimes it's hard to know if a game is really worth it just on the opinions of a content creator like me. What I've decided to do today is give you a more data-driven approach to the selection of strategy games by taking 7 games that are in my library with a 90% or above review score on Steam and giving them some spotlight. Some more quick facts about these games. The average review score from this selection is 93%. The average number of reviews left on them are around 49,000, and the average discount sits at about 67%. So regardless of any opinions, you'll know that this selection has some data-proven weight by the very community you're about to step into. This is also a down and dirty list. No theatrics, no convincing, just straightforward descriptions for you to make a quick call, going from the most positive to the least positive, which is still a really positive review rating. So let's dive into 7 very positive to overwhelmingly positive strategy games for your winter Steam sale. Starting with Star Wars Empire at War Gold Pack at a 97% review score across over 21,800 reviews and sitting at just $7. Released in 2006, Empire at War is an RTS Star Wars game in which you will lead the rebellion, the Empire, or your crime organization to potentially change the course of Star Wars history and create an empire no one can stand up against. You'll lead individual troops like the AT-ATs and rebel infantry into battles on the ground, or take the fight to space, where massive starships will duke it out while X-Wings and TIE fighters swarm around you. You can even lead iconic Star Wars characters like Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, and Han Solo. The Empire management side is straightforward and easy to comprehend, with credits as your only resource to fund your ventures across the galaxy. Empire at War also features several overhaul mods to make for better replayability, so if you're a fan of Star Wars as a strategy game player, this one's for you. Next up is an oldie but a goldie, and it's Stronghold Crusader HD, with a 96% review score, 10,000 reviews, and an extremely cheap $2. The second installment in the Stronghold franchise, Stronghold Crusader, takes the game to the east during the Crusades. A vast majority of the same features return from the original Stronghold game in this RTS castle builder, with a few new characters and some new buildings like the mercenary post to hire some Eastern-inspired soldiers. Stronghold Crusader features several focused campaigns across all the Crusades, and a more sandbox Crusader Trail series, in which you'll battle through 80 different scenarios where the goal is simply to defeat your opponent. This HD version on Steam supports modern day resolutions and some optimization fixes, and for just $2 you can start playing it today. Taking a turn into real-time tactics, let's look at Desperados 3, also at 96% review score with just 6,600 reviews, discounted down to $20. This Wild West hardcore tactical stealth game puts you in charge of a myriad of characters, all with their own unique personalities, weapons, and abilities. We have to coordinate and execute some well thought out plans to ensure the survival of all team members across all sorts of maps, each with its own obstacles, enemy types, and interactive objects to either distract or kill your targets and the baddies. Featuring a pausable system, you can decide who will do what and at what times in order to pull off these coordinated multi-kill orders. You might have a runaway bride Kate distract a guard so that the renowned thief John Cooper can knife him in the back, but you've also got the doctor up on a tower ready to snipe the other guard, who'd be able to see all of this take place and sound the alarm. With true freedom of choice and numerous ways to pull off each mission, Desperados 3 has a lot of replayability, especially worth it for $20. The last game on this list at overwhelmingly positive is Medieval 2 at a 95% review score and over 17,200 reviews, dropping down to just $6.24 during this Steam sale. Medieval 2 probably needs no introduction, but if you're completely new to the Total War series, as a heads up, Medieval 2 is one of the most beloved by the Total War community. In this 4th installment in the franchise, Medieval 2 spans across Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, as you control one of several factions present during the time period in a turn-based campaign, yet real-time battle setting. You'll have to manage your empire by juggling your cities and castles from both economic and militaristic perspectives, by opening trade, alliances, constructing buildings to build wealth or unlock new units, furthering your religion to stamp out potential unrest. And you can't forget the forte of Total War, battles. Medieval 2 features some truly massive battles that still look pretty dang good by today's standards, where it's not uncommon to see late game numbers upwards of 10,000 plus. You have to manage different unit types, using their strengths via formations or special abilities to outmaneuver and outsmart your enemies. Medieval 2 is what really put Total War in the spotlight, in my opinion, and this edition on sale will net you the base game and all the expansion packs on top of it. Sticking to the medieval setting is another classic, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, with a review rating of 94% across 83,700 reviews and on sale for only $10. This one needs little introduction either, although I suppose there are some young ones watching that may have never heard of the older Age of Empires game. Age of Empires 2 is a classic RTS base building game where you'll balance resource generation with villager production, constructing buildings, military units, and research in order to defeat your opponents. You'll have access to a large pool of civilizations, each with its own unique research and units that cater to certain playstyles. The Definitive Edition comes with several traditional campaigns and some new ones, bringing in more civilizations with them. Its biggest feature are full 4K graphics, an entirely reworked soundtrack, and loads of optimizations. This is a great entry into the Age of Empires world, no matter how old you are. Bouncing back into more recent games, let's start with Total War Warhammer 2, sitting at a 93% review rating with just under 73,400 reviews left and at its typical discount of $20. Warhammer 2 is the second installment in Total War's first foray into fantasy, roughly tackling the 2500s time period of the Warhammer universe. At its core, Warhammer 2 features the same turn-based campaign and real-time battle mechanics of Medieval 2, albeit much simpler on the campaign side and vastly different in the battles. In Warhammer 2's main campaign, you'll set off with one of four main races to either stemmy or control the Eye of the Vortex, a massive storm that could rip the world apart. Warhammer 2 was a big step up from the first game, bringing in some very unique mechanics and creating some fantastic fantasy-style battles. Should you own the first game, you can also play the Mortal Empires campaign, combining the maps and races of both games to play one huge map. Warhammer 3 comes with a lot of DLCs as well, bringing in new races, new lords, units, lores of magic, and mechanics to the game. This is pretty much as cheap as Warhammer 2 gets, so take advantage of it now, so you already have it when Warhammer 3 drops in February. The last game, but certainly not the least, is City Skylines, right at 93% review rating and a massive 133,500 reviews with various packages starting at $7.50. City Skylines is a modern simulation city builder where you'll be tasked with creating a city with realistic needs like electricity, water, education, public services, and quite importantly, infrastructure. You'll need to balance residential, commercial, and industrial sectors to generate your economy, in which different densities of these sectors have different requirements themselves. You have to consider traffic flow, use various types of roads and transportation means to prevent traffic jams and keep the roads functional. City Skylines has a ton of DLC, bringing in new mechanics, new industries, natural disasters, radio settings, infrastructure, education, and quality of life features to the game. And I can't forget about the absolutely massive amount of modding assets for this game. It's truly astounding what you can build in City Skylines that looks as near to real life as it can, so definitely give it a try yourself today. In all, these are simply 7 games I shortlisted for the purpose of quickly getting you a list of games during a Steam sale. But this list is by no means all of the fantastic strategy games out there with super positive reviews on Steam that are also on sale. So be sure to leave a comment on those other games and their sales for the community to take a look at as well. Thank you so very much for checking out this video. I hope it was helpful for you and you're able to grab something right at the new year. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a like, sub to the channel, and turn on those notifications. Combined with commenting, these are the best ways to get this video on YouTube's radar to push it out to the world. I hope you all have a fantastic start to 2022. This is Havoc, and I'll see you all in the next one.